Alrighty then. What I'm going to do right now is I am going to tell you how I spot them in the supermarket. And I told you many times I wouldn't do this, but I realized what the result is going to be if I tell you how I spot them. The result is going to be that they have to escalate. And the only way that they can escalate in this instance is more people. They're going to have to put more people on me. More people is more opportunity for me. More people is more opportunity to get photos and videos of more people. How many times can they keep rotating until I have to start seeing them again? Seeing them again over and over and over builds a better case for me. Anyway, I'm going to tell you how I spot them. First and foremost, I am never, ever, 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 not one time have I ever been alone in the beer aisle. Never. So if I'm over by the beer, whoever's with me is a perp. And I'm using perp in a grand sense here, because I am not being stalked by these little armchair dweebs anymore, these armchair wannabe spies, I guess that's what they call themselves. These rookie men, repo men rejects. People that aren't even qualified to be repo men. These, well, you know what I'm talking about. You know, these lowlifes that I'm talking about. And see that they have taken away all of those little idiots. And now I'm using, well, yeah, I am using. I am subjected with more experienced. Some of them are trained, I assume, because they don't all act like idiots. Some of them do. Some of them are definitely not trained. But I can tell they've got trained people in the background, obviously directing things, because they're definitely more professional than they were with the guys with the tacks on their necks and staring at me as they drive by and that kind of shit. These little stupid asses. Speaking of that, I believe that when that happened, I caught the very beginning of it. What leads me to believe this is that this was close to the beginning of them being involved in my gang stalking. Maybe they were transitioning from trying to take off trained agents and put these little dweebs to see if I would spot them or whatever. I don't know, or maybe this is two separate groups like I've explained in my other videos, because anyway. During this beginning in March of 2014, I don't think that was the beginning, but there's a lot of things that lead me to believe it was. And that at that time as well is that every time I went to the trash, there was a homeless guy almost right there. So that when I threw my trash in, he was just making it there and he was going through the trash. Okay. So this happened every time, and if you get somebody's trash for 31 days, you pretty much know everything there is to know about them in that household. You know how many people live there, that you know the products, that you can learn the products that the different people like there's 3 guys living here, one of them likes Budweiser, one of them likes, you know, Shiner, one of them likes orange juice, one of them likes this one. You can figure out who's what and that kind of stuff. Whose phone bills, like, you know, all that stuff. You can find out how much electricity they use. You can find out everything from 31 days worth of garbage. And at that time, there was a guy out there every day getting the garbage. I didn't bring this up before, but that was occurring. Also, the way that they were watching me when I left in the morning, when I came back, when I was, doing everything, was really amateur. It'd be long and complicated to try and explain it, but it was really amateur. Anyway, I have given these guys credit. This is what it brings us up, is that I have given these guys much more credit than I think they deserve. I think I've given them at least 50% more credit than they deserve, because I don't think they really know half of what I gave them credit for knowing. There's a lot of things that lead me to believe this. But I'm finding out they don't know as much as I thought that they did. I operate from worst case scenario though, assuming they know everything. And I work from there. I work backwards from there. And I'm finding they don't know shit. And not that there's shit to know. I'm just saying these guys are not that sharp, dude. A long time ago I told you about a little trap that I set. And nothing has occurred with that. It's not that they're stupid. It's not that they don't know about it. It's that they don't care about that. Absolutely nothing has happened over there. And you can't tell me they don't know about it, didn't find out about it. You can't tell me they don't want to snoop around in there, but they haven't. They haven't done anything. And it's not because they're scared of repercussions or anything, that I've done. It can only be that they don't care about that. They only care about me, my physical person. And that's it. But anyway, let's get back to the supermarket, how I spot them in the supermarket. I have never, ever, ever been alone in the beer aisle. And I want to tell you a story. When I was making my bowling videos, I was telling you counterintelligence is just a fancy word for not going from point A to point B. The next time I was in the beer aisle, there was a guy there. It was just me and him, as usual. It's just me and one person in the beer aisle all the time. And this guy's on the phone, blah, 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 from point A to point B. Blah, 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 from point B to point A, point A to point B. No, yeah, point A to point B. This is what he's doing. So he's letting me know, they watch my videos. He's letting me know he knows who I am. But obviously I know who he is now. Anyway, that's one thing that they always do, is they might let me go down 2 or 3 aisles all by myself. They have never left me alone in the beer aisle. Never, not one time. Never since March of 2014 have I ever been in the beer aisle alone. Okay. Another thing that they do is, when I found out I don't go through a supermarket like a normal person. I go over here to the beer aisle. I don't get any beer, but I start in the beer aisle. Then I go way on the other side of the store to the produce. Then I get some bananas. Then I come way back over here by the beer aisle. I'll get some orange juice. I'll go out into the middle and get some frozen fruit, strawberries, raspberries, that kind of stuff. Then I'll go back to the beer aisle and get some sour cream or something like that. Then I'll go back to the produce aisle and get some potatoes. And what are these guys doing? This guy who's got an empty basket is over here in the beer aisle. I go over to the produce to get bananas, and he's over looking at celery. He doesn't get any celery, he doesn't get any produce, but he's there. So then I go back over here to get my orange juice, and he's over here looking at the milk. I go back over here to get my potatoes, and he's over here getting bananas. They go back and forth. They follow me back, and they follow me throughout the store, no matter where I go. And I go like this. I don't go up one aisle, down the other aisle, and all this other kind of stuff, and make one trip and I'm through. I go from here way over to here, go out in the middle, go way over here, back way over here. And whoever's, give me a break. That is not normal. My pattern is not normal. And anybody who follows my pattern in the back of the store, that's how I spot them. That's how I spot them. And they're usually waiting for me when I walk in the front door. When I walk in the front door, there's this great big cart, like a horse-drawn cart, full of berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, all these berries. And that's like the first place I go to because I load up on blueberries and raspberries. And a lot of times I'll walk in and there's somebody standing right there, just, kind of looking, not getting none. They're just looking and touching. And, well, while you're there looking and touching, I'm not going to grab any of them. I'm going to go over here to the beer aisle. So I go over to the beer aisle. 2 seconds later, here they come around the corner. What beer do I want? Budweiser? I want this? Do I want Coors? What do I want? And I don't want beer. Besides that, I get my beer right as I walk out the door. I don't want to carry the 12-pack or whatever it is all through the darn store. So anyway, that's when I go over and get my bananas. I go over here and get this. I go over here and get that. I go over here and get that. This, that, and the other thing. I go back and forth through the store, and anybody that follows me, I start taking pictures. That's all there is to it. And you can ask that stupid ass with the welding shirt on. He had to call in a friend because he couldn't chase me that long. It was like, this guy's like 6'7". He's like, I don't know, 300 pounds. And it's like, I was killing this guy going back and forth in the store. So he had to call his friend in, and his friend come in. He looks like he's ex-military or something. He's about my size, a little bit bigger. And they're both staring at me like, that's the guy right there. Oh, don't look at him, you idiot. Anyway, this is how I spot them. This is how you can spot them. I hope that helps. I'll talk to you later. Bye.